Hey guys, it's Dr. Josh. Today I'm going to show you the hip hinge. And the hip hinge is a very important foundational movement that everybody needs to learn how to do. And this is important for those people who are learning how to squat. You want to learn how to protect yourself against low back pain. And it's going to really make a difference in your performance, in your low back, your core, and your ability to stay mobile when it comes to squatting or hinging. So first, a hip hinge is basically what we're going to do is we're going to hinge at our hips, right? Oftentimes what we end up doing is we end up bending and rounding at our spine. So in this case, we're going to learn how to hip hinge. And when we do this with a PVC pipe, a wooden dowel, or one of these stick mobility tools, it's going to really learn how to keep your spine, keep your neck, keep your upper back in alignment. So we're going to go through a little bit more details. And I know that, for some people this seems very basic, but basically what this is going to really do is going to really hardwire a high quality technique. And it's really going to help your mobility within your hips, and you're going to learn how to keep your spine nice and stable. So first thing first is once you get a stick, you're going to place the stick behind your neck, and you're going to have the back of your head touching up against this, your mid-back touching up against this, and your sacrum or your lower back touching up against this. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit your butt back. And once you sit your butt back, and I'm in this like semi-athletic position, I'm going to sit my butt back. I'm also going to keep my all 3 points of contact in alignment. So we're not going to, pull forward, because if I pull forward and I'm squatting or I'm deadlifting or I'm doing something like this, what we're going to end up noticing is that our head goes forward. That means the bar is going to go forward. Same thing is true as if I keep my head on, but I kind of like overarch from my mid back here. You could see that I'm overarching, and the load or the bar, if I'm squatting, is going to come down onto our back as well. And then finally, if I'm doing too much like this and all 2 points are here, what's going to happen is that this lifts up, and then that can cause a problem as well. So what we want to do is a few different things. Is one, we want to keep all 3 points of contact in a row, and we also want to let our legs get mobile and our glutes turn on, but at the same time mobilize our hips. What we do is when we mobilize our hips, we actually learn how to stabilize our spine. So in this case, what we're going to end up noticing is as I sit my butt back, I always say sit your butt back and put your back pockets into the wall. And now you could do this on a wall, but what we're going to do is we're going to come here and we're going to bring this across. We're just going to get down. We're not looking for a full squat like this. We're looking to start the hinge process. And we're going to start and repeating this. Now, once you master that or do that many times, you're nice and warm through the hips. What you can also do is take your feet and you can grip the ground. And by gripping the ground, you're getting better awareness of that ground. And from that position, you're going to want to rip the carpet in half. And when I say rip the carpet in half, we're going to do this. Not open up our toes like this. We're going to literally try to rip the carpet in half. And by doing that, we should be feeling our butt muscles gently turn on as we do this hip hinge. So it'll look like this. As we hip hinge, now rip the carpet in half. You should feel your glutes active, your mid back working, your neck working, your lower back, and you're starting to move through the hips. Now, if you can't do this with a stick, or maybe you're losing mobility through your mid back, there's some other things to watch out for. You may need to do some foam rolling, some mobility for the low back. But there's also one other easy way to do it. Is you can take a rig, just like this, a table, or even just the stick, and you can just start doing this and getting better in this position before you start going on. So the hip hinge, again, to summarize this, is a very foundational exercise that's going to really help you with squatting, with low back pain, and with really keeping your spine and your mid back, your neck, and your sacrum in the best alignment possible. I see this a lot, and when it comes to those people who deadlift or squat, I think one of the biggest mistakes that they do is they don't practice this because it is not only a strength drill, it's a skill and it's a mobility drill that needs to be done very often, and most people don't do enough of it. So this is called the hip hinge. Super important, very, very important, I should say, and it should be mastered by you if you want to help prevent against lower back pain.